Hey guys, this is William with another video for Play-agricola.com's YouTube channel and twitch.tv/play_agricola. I'm playing a EGIKWM France deck G456 Pi CZ game with Polka Dot, Ikri, and Mercator. Looking at this first pile, there's some interesting stuff here. Field doctor, permaculturist, delivery man, grain lover. So there's lots of crop stuff in here. Manure shoveler is not so much crop stuff, but I mean field doctor, permaculturist, grain lover, sailboat constructor. What does Saint Nick do? All players with the fewest offspring immediately receive one vegetable each. Actually looks okay. I could take Field Doctor, and then if St. Nick came back, that would be okay. Because Field Doctor usually are capped at 3 family growths. I think I'm probably taking Field Doctor here. If I could get Grain Lover back, that would be excellent. Yeah. Going for the most possible grain. Delivery man is a fine, but yeah, Field Doctor seems like the pick here. Next up, we have there's just a ridiculous amount of ways to get crops in this game. Let's read Footman here. It's per round. Place a person without immediate. You put it on the space, but you don't take the space. Instead, you may take that action immediately after any of your other turns that round. At the end of that round, if you haven't taken that action, you receive one begging heart. Okay, so the idea is you could put your person first action on plow sow, and then you could go on plow later, and then you could plow and then plow sow. Sure, that seems okay. But I don't know if it's worth a card. I think I would take School Lunch Lady ahead of Grain Speculator. Oh, Mariska's pointing out, go on Build Room and then take the wood you're missing later. Okay, yeah. Interesting. I think I could take a crop support card here, though. Like, School Lunch Lady's pretty good. Vegetable Vendor would be kind of nice to get back, especially if I'm going to do a small family. Yeah. I think I'd take School Lunch Lady ahead of Grain Speculator here. School Lunch Lady will most of the time pay out more than 3 grain. So, or I guess you could theoretically go on family growth and then build a room with your second action, assuming that no one else can build you. Build a room and block the build a room space. Yeah, seems like there's some interesting stuff you could do, but I'm pretty sure School Lunch Lady is fine here. Not sure how to value Footman, so I'll make the more conservative pick. Yeah, that's a good point, Mariska. Midilol, I think Draft 10 is there's an inflation that's happening, and when your seventh card that you pick is picked out of three, just the odds of you getting something useful goes up and up and up, and then it makes cards that let you play all of your like. If you have a lot of occupations that are better than actions, then you want to get lots of actions or lots of ways to play occupations, either through family members or through cards that let you play lots of cards. And I think there's an inflation there, which is not necessarily desirable. I personally am, if people are open to draft 8, I'm going to try to push draft 8 if I can. Just make sure there's a tension between the two, I think is good. This pick, let's read Contortionist and Pest Exterminator. Contortionist looks awful. Pest Exterminator. You have no built fences. One of your fence on each of the 14 round cards. One bonus point for each fence. So assuming you used all 14 rounds, you're going to get, like, let's say I get 12 fences back. That would be a 6-point bonus card. Don't do it! Lumen, you don't think it's good? I can see that it's probably difficult to make work. Like, you want to get on... like, taking the 1 stone spaces are not necessarily that good. Like, obviously there are a couple things you want to do, but there's some stuff you don't want to do. I think this is a pretty safe veggie lover pick anyways, especially if I get the major minor, the vegetable vendor back. Like, school lunch lady, veggie lover seems like a more reliable combo. I want to see the world burn. I guess it has a chance that it can just go really badly, eh? Because if it goes really badly, then it's really bad. Like, you don't even get to fence. This pick, this is kind of interesting. I could Pasteurization Expert. I could... I think it's Pasteurization Expert or Elder's Daughter. I don't know if on my smaller house I'm going to have enough actions to build a bunch of resources. But if I do a small house, then I don't really want to reno, and those resources can go into majors. So, and like Elder's Daughter into, like School Lunch Lady into Elder's Daughter into Clay Oven is a pretty reasonable way to feed early. So I could do Pasteurization Expert, or I could do Elder's Daughter. I think Elder's Daughter is like a little risky, although it gives me a pretty nice way to feed. Like that's 4 clay and a grain right there. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea, HIKLJ. So this pick, I'm kind of surprised at what came back here. I kind of wish I'd taken Pasteurization Expert, because then I think this is a pretty clear Manure Shoveler pick. But Storehouse Minder, I mean, I've talked about Storehouse Minder many times. I love it. I think it's a great card. It's maybe even better when I'm not planning to build a wood room. It does make, like, the resources are kind of hard to do, and the timing would be awkward. But like, what if my stage 1 was like School Lunch Lady, plow 2 or 3 fields, play Storehouse Minder, play Elder's Daughter. I would need a food action. Like, building the clay oven would be kind of difficult. I would have to wait for clay oven until stage 2 probably, which would be okay, but can be awkward. Alternatively, I could take something like Manure Shoveler, and Manure Shoveler is just going to give me tons of grain and vegetable every time I sow once I get my fencing done. And then there's Saint Nick, and Saint Nick I actually think is pretty interesting because it gives vegetables, which the veggie lover wants. It would be a grain of vegetable and 5 or 6 food, which might be like actually really good. But I think probably we can just take Manure Shoveler here. And yeah, because if I'm not building a wood room, I should be able to fence relatively early. Um, so I don't love apple picker here because I don't think I ever want to take grain, and I don't think I ever want to take one vegetable if I can avoid it. Um, don't really want to play river pig. I don't want to go on fishing a bunch of times. This footman is interesting, but I think I'm not going to take it. So I think Footman could be interesting, but I don't know if I'm going to have a lot of competition with my opponents for spaces. So I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take Bargain Hunter. I know Bargain Hunter is not really that strong, but if I'm doing a small family, there's a chance that Bargain Hunter could be really good. And this is an easy Gardener's Wife pick, even if I don't play. Like the other two are pretty unplayable, so yeah. All right, let's look at this. Gardener's Bothy. Whenever you use the plow and field space, immediately afterwards, move that person to discard to receive a grain. Whenever you use plow, so you can vacate the spot to get crops. I'm not going to do that. I don't need. I'm going to have School Lunch Lady. I'm going to have Manure Shoveler. I don't need to get extra stuff. Is this a Grotto game? It could be. Grotto looks pretty good, actually. It helps me get my stone for my clay oven. So if I play School Lunch Lady and then second pick Elder's Daughter, then or second play Elder's Daughter, then buy the stone from Grotto, there we go. I can immediately build a clay oven. So then I'd really be looking for ways to get extra bake actions, like something that would let me bake on occupation would actually be pretty good. Pine Forest is actually quite playable in this game. Like first action, School Lunch Lady into Pine Forest would be fine because I don't really need wood until I'm ready to fence. Forest Pasture is pretty good. I think that we'll just take Grotto here. Yeah, I think this is a Grotto pick. So getting enough food for the Grotto might be difficult for me to do, but Lumen, it doesn't look like you decided on anything. It looks like you just decided on everything. um, what should I take here? Is this a straw thatched roof pick, or maybe baking tray? So baking tray with with Bargain Hunter, I'm pretty sure the pick is baking tray. Yeah, because this lets me play my the major improvement ovens as miners. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna need a ton of food, like 3 food per round of Bargain Hunter and buy from Grotto. But if I am playing an occupation and baking that grain right away as well, that sounds pretty good. Now I know there were a ton of crop cards out there. So if there's a ton of crops, then there's more competition for the baking improvements. But I should be able to get them pretty easily. Yeah. Oh, and then we see Rum Distillery. Wow, Rum Distillery is also really good. Um, yeah, I think we're taking Rum Distillery here. So what's the order here? So what's School Lunch Lady into School Lunch Lady can't play baking tray. I need a wood action first. So School Lunch Lady into 2 wood, and then would it be Bargain Hunter into Bargain Hunter plays baking tray, and then Elder's Daughter, play clay oven. I'm not totally sure. I'll have to figure out the mechanics of how this is going to work. But it seems like this could be really good. I have not played Terraforming Mars, so I assume you're asking Lumen. But yeah, this is definitely a Rum Distillery pick. The So from Sundial could be amazing, but Rum Distillery looks really good. This pick... What's something I would like to be able to play for free? Probiotic Food seems pretty good. Helpful Neighbors seems fine. That Miners Pack with rum, yeah, I know. I need all of those cards. All of those cards. Corn Sheaf, yeah, Green Pepper, Sundial, yeah, any of those would be great, yeah. So I don't think I want to take Probiotic Food, even though I think it's the best card here, because the cost plus Grotto will be pretty high. It's pretty difficult for me to hit. So I think we're going to take either Helpful Neighbors or Corn Sheaf here. How many occupations do I want to play early? School Lunch Lady, Elder's Daughter, Bargain Hunter, Gardener's Wife maybe? So that's 3 grain potentially. So 1 for Clay Oven, 1 for Stone Oven, 1 for Rum Distillery. So we could take Corn Sheaf here. It might be like a 1 food loan to get more food later. I'm guessing that's how that'll work. I'll just take Boundary Stones here. Yeah. Cops is maybe playable in this game, but if I get Sundial back, but I think probably Boundary Stones. You guys are talking about Terraforming Mars, I'm guessing? I'm not totally following. That's okay. Yeah, Boundary Stones should be worth a point or two. And then this pick... I could take Kitchen Table as a free start player. It's fine. Pay 1 food to get a better bake action later. The problem is I'm going to want to bake early and often. I'm really going to want to bake. I think Kitchen Table is actually pretty good, like if you compare it to Baker. But the problem with it is every time I get a bake action, I'm going to want to bake. I'm not going to want to wait till the harvest. I'm going to want to get as much food as I can as early as I can to pay for my grotto. Because I want to grotto grow before I field doctor grow. Could take Night Bazaar, but yeah, Kitchen Table I guess is fine. Maybe this is one that I don't play with Bargain Hunter. It's just one that I'll play normally. Yeah. You know how good Kitchen Table could be if it said when you play this card you get a baked bread action. That could be so good. Wow, none of the crop support cards came back. So probably Permaculturist took Sundial. So yeah, we're going to definitely have some competition for the ovens. Fortunately, I think I hope I have a way of winning those contests. So Child's Toy is pretty good. Yeah, Child's Toy is pretty good. I could... I mean, I have reed beds and I want to plow a bunch. So, but the reed is only good if I get a Basket Maker's Workshop. So I think Child's Toy is the pick here. So we start in 4th. 4th is pretty bad. I mean, I can 3 wood into Start Player Baking Tray. But yeah, starting 4th is pretty bad. Especially because Polka Dot just played Apple Picker first pick. Oh, man. This could be... If we don't get an oven, this game could be awful. We're actually kind of hoping to get both ovens, really. I mean, I can do it. Baking tray and grotto can let me build both those ovens really quick. I have the actions to do it for sure. The question will be, do I get those actions? Because I need very specific actions. Okay, this is good. Getting getting occupation here seems good. Now I could take Bargain Hunter to let me play my baking tray even faster. But I think I want to start with School Lunch Lady. I think getting the extra grain will be pretty important. So first card was Apple Picker from Polka Dot, and then School Lunch Lady for me. And hopefully Mercator continues to not play too many occupations, so then I have lots of time to play occupations myself. Alright, we've got Ickery playing Minor Pine Forest. So that's really interesting. Means there should be lots of good wood actions available. I would guess Ickery's probably going to go for Reedstone Food again. Maybe really wants a well or something like that. I could take 2 food here over 2 clay, and I think I'm going to. It'll let me, the 2 food will probably let me play an occupation 1 round earlier. Or it'll let me play, it'll let me buy a good off grotto 1 round earlier, which might mean I get the clay oven out a bit earlier. So I think 2 food over 2 clay here is fine. Especially when I have cards like Elder's Daughter in hand. Child's Toy is fine and efficient. Yeah, much easier with Bargain Hunter, yeah. What's Mercator doing here? Thinking about what occupation they want to play. So I think I play Bargain Hunter with my next action. Bargain Hunter into 2 wood. Then I can Bargain Hunter play Baking Tray. Round 3. And then round 4. And then in round 3, I can play Elder's Daughter and either build Clay Oven naturally, or I can build Clay Oven at the start of round 4. If we could get both if we could get Elder's Daughter and Bargain Hunter, that would be kind of cool. No, I guess we really want. We want 2 wood back, so. Oh, plus a grain. Forgot to take my grain. Then Polka Dot plays Hill Bandit. Alright. That's his first pick, right? Because I don't think I passed Hill Bandit. So Child's Toy and me playing the 2 ovens will trigger that. So definitely something to be aware of. That Polka Dot might be going for those cards. And we'll grab 2 wood. And see what Polka Dot does. But in all likelihood, we are Bargain Hunter playing Baking Tray. Polka Dot, this is probably start player Scrapyard Plow. Sure. Nice thing about Bargain Hunter is it can almost be like 1 food for 1 action. because sometimes early on in the game you have miners that you want to get out so badly that they're worth it's worth a full action just to play them. Yeah. So we've got Polka Dot playing Grain Lover here. So does Grain Lover work with Veggie Lover? No, because Veggie Lover says exchange. Yeah, and Grain Lover says you have to have it. I mean, it's still possible that I could get both, but it's unlikely. Hickory's at 4 clay, 3 stone already. That's a lot. So this is using all of our food to play Elder's Daughter, getting a clay. So 3 food fishing coming back would be fine. Start player. I actually like the idea of playing start player clay oven here, because then I could grotto bargain hunter round 4 and then start buying my grotto faster. Hickory finally breaks the pine forest, going for 3 wood here. Yeah, so there's actually like nothing that I really want. Like I could fish, but I think start player clay oven is just better here. 1, 2, 3. Bake 1. Save S. Bake. I could be plowing, I guess, for my field doctor, but I think I want to grotto grow before I field doctor grow anyways, so I think this is okay. And then we'll bargain hunter, putting a food there to play grotto. Okay, so first action here, there is 4 wood available, or we could take 4 food fishing. No one else, like the fishing might come back. I think it's not that likely, but the fishing has the chance to come back, which I think we're okay taking this 4 wood here. We want a 4 wood action at some point anyways, or a good wood action at some point to play Rum Distillery or play Child's Toy. And if we don't get 4 food fishing back, we could always, like, we might get Reedstone food back. We could play an occupation, like occupation gardener's wife, get another grain. So I say that, and then Polka Dot immediately took 4 food fishing. And then we've got start player guild hall here for Hickory. And then probably going to build a well or the 2 clay fireplace with his second action. So I need to bake here if I want to get a if I want to buy off of Grotto this round. But it would be an action just to bake, which seems kind of bad. So I think what I'd rather do is I'd rather do something like Reedstone food, and then I can bake, and then I could buy Grotto in round 5 and then play Stone Oven at the start of round 6, for example. That seems okay. Although I don't really care much for Reedstone food, do I? Should I just play Occupation Gardener's Wife? You know what, we'll Reedstone food. I guess I could have plowed a field as well. I don't know. Polka Dot plays a major fireplace. I had to think that Ikari wanted to get on the fireplace, but he probably forgot that. I don't know if, well, maybe he didn't forget that Guildhall does that, but it's a pretty great move for Polka Dot for sure. So Ikari's playing Grade Speculator here. That all but guarantees that he's going to go for the Stone Oven. So that means I could eat a raw grain by Grotto. No, I would not have enough food to actually pay for the Bargain Hunter. So yeah, it's not worth it. So I'm just going to have to be content with just my clay oven, it looks like. So then bake actions, where am I going to get bake actions from? I guess I'll start plowing. And if I start plowing, then going on So Bake is better. Wow, Silo Builder getting off all of his goods already. That's pretty crazy. Alright, I forgot that I wanted to play Corn Sheaf here at the start of here. Consider ditching part of the growth plan. It's complicated right now. That's true. I could do that. I think I have a lot of efficiency. I think it's okay to continue as is. I think I get a lot of points out of this potential play. So Ikari's got to... Ikari's going to play Stone Oven here, I would think. Stone Oven playing an occupation. No, builds the well. Okay, interesting. Very interesting. So I could occupation Gardener's Wife with this action. So Ikari plays the well, and then the well plays the Debris Dealer. He's well because of Pine. Ah, right, of course, yeah. There we go. Wells in chat. If I play Gardener's Wife here, then I can afford to, then I'll have 3 grain, and I can bake all 3 of them for Stone Oven, and that'll pay for my grotto for like a long time. I think that's a good idea. Yeah. That's what I like to see, HKLJ. So let's see if Polka Dot start players to grab 6 wood. Yeah, start player probiotic. So 2 food for a stone, then 1, 2 for Stone Oven, bake 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, like so. Should be another food on traveling players. Downside of this play is now I cannot, I don't have a grain to give to the rum distillery. But I have all the food that I should need for Grotto for at least a little while, so the rum distillery is nice, but I need more grain before I do that. Hickory took a bunch of reed, sure. I think you're all pretty lucky except Merc that family growth is friends. Yes, that is true. That is very true. You are not wrong about that. Done some real damage with this on the young man family growth stuff. Yep, that's true. Now, to be fair, if round 6 was family growth, then Ikari would have built a room instead of going on the reed. Well, actually, if he was competing with Mercator, but Mercator start player fishing rod. All right. So I got that stone, and then this is on my farm. And then I can take 4 wood, or I can start plowing. There's 4 more resources on Grotto. I've only bought from Grotto once so far. Could take 4 wood, or I could play an occupation. I think I'd take 4 wood and second action plow. We're going to start plowing. Yeah, take wood to make space to hold animals, and so that I can manure shovel a bunch of times. Because I think manure shoveler is actually what's going to save me here, because I'm using all my school lunch lady food for grain for food. So then to actually get points from grain, I need something like manure shoveler, which is pretty excellent. I wonder what ways Ikari has of using wood, because if someone renoed right now, if we renoed before he got his first Pine Forest payout, that would be really annoying for him. Oh wow, Mercator plows. Not what I expected to happen. Well, I'll be happy taking forward with my first action next round. So we'll occupation here, and I will play. I'll play manure shoveler. I think I'm gonna want to play it at some point, anyways. So I think playing it here is fine. Get a grain, and then 2 food will buy a stone. And then I can think about, I could bargain hunter, play rum distillery here, but I think I'll probably just hold rum distillery until I family growth, which hopefully will be in the next stage. And then if it's in the next stage, then I or maybe start player round 9 to family growth round 10. Then I can start dumping stuff onto my rum distillery. Mercator, family growth, and plays Winter Garden. Okay, so yeah, so then he doesn't mind doing a sow action with his second move, except that he needs food, so not that. 4 wood. So yeah, second action plow hopefully here. No, I'm not going to play rum at the start of the next round. I'm going to hold rum until I've either sown this grain. Whoa! Polka dot first action plows a field. Wow. That sucks. So second action probably sow 2 grain. So that's pushing my field doctor further and further back, which is unfortunate. But I think we'll make it work. So now I think what I do is maybe I do like fence 10 or fence. I think I do some fencing with my next action. I've shown the manure shoveler, so I could do something like that. Oh yeah, straw thatched, of course. Thank you, Lumen. I forgot about that card. Field doctor is dead. No! Field doctor can never be dead. I refuse. I could start player here. Start player to get 6 wood. Because I guess if I fence, then Mercators might just take the 3 sheep. Although with 6 wood, maybe maybe the sheep appeals to him. Let's buy a clay either way. And then we'll go for... Yeah, I think we're going to fence here. Let's start to get animals. Reedstone food and grow is a bad idea. No, I think Grotto will get me that growth just as quickly. I think with Manure Shoveler fencing earlier, there's value to fencing earlier. And fencing this way is not great because it means there's a potential for me to leave lots of spaces open. But I think this is what we're going to have to do. Yeah, fence 10. Buy clay, feed 4. Like, I'm on track to grow 4th anyways, I think. So the grotto will let me grow just as quickly as building a room will. Polka dot start player forest pasture, yeah. So the 3 sheep might not come to me. So if the 3 sheep don't come, we're hoping that round 8 is boar so that we can pick up 2 boar in round 9. Yeah, I think building a wood room would have been fine. I think though with Manure Shoveler, there's still a lot of value to fencing here and getting animals, and still hoping to make the field doctor work. So Mercator, or Polka Dot Family Growth, then Ikari 6 wood, and he also gets his Pine Forest payoff, so yeah, nice spot for Ikari to be in. And then the 3 sheep go to Mercator. Oh, that sucks. think I take wood here, or do I take 4 food traveling players? I think this game is going to get pretty starved for food really quickly. I think 4 food traveling players is actually quite a good move. Because, yeah, everybody needs food in this game. Except for Polka Dot. Polka Dot also did not sow. Food into plow field. Yeah. I think that's okay. Unless Mercator plows, then I'll be pretty sad if that's the case, but hey, you never know. What is this game? What is this game? Okay, Field Doctor is dead. I have to admit it now. Okay, I think I would still rather build clay rooms than wood rooms if I can. Although wood rooms will come way faster. Just thinking that I can buy the clay and then reno. But yeah. This is very sad. Very sad. Reedstone food by clay. Yeah, I guess Mercator hates wood for some reason. He's got the 4 stables out, so he's thinking, oh, I got lots of time to pick up wood, but we're all taking wood actions pretty aggressively. What is this? Backpacker. Turning home phase of each even-numbered round. Choose to not return a person. Take that action again. So, like, leave the person behind on plow and then plow again. On plow? Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my god. Oh, I hate this game. I hate this game so much. This is why I don't first pick Field Doctor, okay, guys? Field Doctor is awful. Screw this guy. Field Doctor is bait. It's a bait card. It just baits you into doing bad play. If you didn't do Grotto, be doing just fine with Field Doctor, but you basically have to do all the fields. Why do you have to do all the fields by round 5? I don't think that's the case. Do I need to start player here? If I don't start player, then Polka Dot can start player straw thatched roof, and then Ikari would grow, or and then Ikari would build, and then Ikari would grow. No, never mind. Ikari needs to family growth, so he's not going to do that. So then I could. So if Polka Dot start player straw thatched roof, and I take wood, then I could just stable block, and the stable block would not be awful. Or I could start player here myself. Or I take wood and just build a room myself. That also works. Yeah, we'll just do that. Sure. Well, I think this is an unusual game, Lumen. I think it's fair to say that this is it's highly unusual that the person that gets the first family growth in round 7 has the food and the time to plow 3 fields. But really, let's be real. Mercator does not have the time to plow 3 fields because look at how much wood he has on his farm. So he's probably going to lose because he's not going to get enough fencing done. So I think it's fair of me to say that normally I would be in a better spot, and the suboptimal play of one particular opponent is making this not work. So Polka Dot with the straw thatched roof, as expected. And then Ikari plays Sundial. So we figured Permaculturist took the Sundial. Like, I don't really think Stage 2 is mid-game. Stage 2 is still early game. And the fact that Mercator was plowing as aggressively as he was in Stage 2, yikes. Yikes. Room by C, feed 4. Yeah, this is really annoying because now Polka Dot's going to first action grow, which means I'm not going to get one of the 2 boar actions. I don't think I don't have to plow 4 fields by round 7. I think like if I had 3 fields, right? If I had if I had 2 fields in round 7, I would have felt happy. And there were 2 actions where I was like, okay, I'm ready to plow. And then Mercator would first action plow, or Polka Dot would first action plow, or whatever. I think the fact that I'm sitting behind Mercator is killing me here. I guess Polka Dot. If Polka Dot needs to start player to grow ahead of me. What happened to the dock and rum distill? Well, Field Doctor is dead. Rum Distillery can still come out, but it's not going to come out until I've got grain sown. It's got to wait until after I've got grain sown. So, like, once I get 2 fields and sow, then it can happen. But I mean, even if I get 3 points out of Rum Distillery, I'll be happy enough. Like plow, round 10, round 11. Now, I know that that's never happening because I know Mercator's going to second action plow round 10. Then he's going to leave his person on the plow spot. Oh, man. Painful. I definitely want to think about building a fireplace or a cooking hearth for Elder's Daughter. Getting the 3rd major basically guarantees that I'm going to get the Elder Daughter points. And I definitely want those points considering I'm going to have like a relatively small house. Polka Dot takes wood, good. Not first action build a room. So I could start player to double grow. But the problem is if I do that, I probably starve, right? Not necessarily, I guess. Because if I start player, I can play like Child's Toy. Well, I would have to feed 8 if I play Child's Toy in round 11. So first action start player, second action family growth, and then first action family growth round 11. I would need to get to 8 food. I could, if needed, feed with I turn a grain to 3 food with rum distillery. So I would have 4 food on my board, and I would need another 4 food, which I could get from a bake action, like kitchen table, for example. Yeah, okay, let's try it. Let's double grow here. Because these two are both looking like they're going to set up for more growth themselves, so... Yeah. Well, I baked all the grain so with Elder's Daughter in hand, I really wanted to build both ovens. So I used bargain hunter and baking tray to help me do that. And then I put all that food into buying the resources off the grotto, which buying the resources off the grotto is going to let me double grow here. Now it is super late, but hey, double grow is double grow. It's not realistic to expect the bargain grotto and field doctor and rum. I mean, I didn't expect to use rum distillery until this harvest. Like, I didn't think I was going to use rum distillery until this harvest. And the fact that my growth has fallen so far has meant that I've lost out on an action or two. And then the other thing is, because of me not getting on plow, like, I would be so happy to do a sow action here after taking like 2 boar. Like, I'd give up on double grow if I could 2 boar sow 2 fields, right? I would do that in a heartbeat. But because plow has been as hotly contested as it has been, that's not been available to me. Field doctor would come before grotto. Yeah, but field doctor is a family growth even without room, and grotto is room for a family member, so it has to be in that order. Like, I could have maybe just said give up on the field doctor and go for the other stuff, but I think this is an extremely unusual game to have a player like Mercator sitting in front of me and plowing a field as aggressively as he has been. So I don't think it's that bad. And you know what? Field Doctor Mercator didn't even know Grain Lover was in the game until Polkadot played it. So it's not like he drafted around it. So cooking her sailboat constructor. Sailboat constructor is good. Really good. Mercator plays 3 clay fireplace. So yeah, now if I want to get another, I need to, it's either pottery or cooking hearth. We'll pay a wood here. I need to take wood to play rum distillery anyways. Wait, why did I think I had enough wood to play? Did I spend my wood on something? I had 13 when I fenced. Did I spend too much on some action? Wasn't I at 13 a couple rounds, like 2 rounds ago? Did I pay too much for Child's Toy? I'm only playing Child's Toy now. Oh, never mind. I built. That's right. I wasn't planning to build a room. I was not planning to build a room. Nope. I get a vegetable from growing. So unfortunately, Polkadot's probably going to build rooms here. If they don't, then I can take a pair of animals, but they probably are, so that means I'm not going to get a pair of animals. Yeah. I mean, it's still possible that a pair of animals come back, but I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I forgot that I built a room. I wasn't planning to build a wood room. So that means I cannot actually convert with rum distillery. So I'm going to need a lot of food in this round. I can play pottery for 2, and it also is another major improvement. I guess I could play veggie lover. 1 grain, 1 vegetable to 6 food, and it would get me a grain. And I'll have a grain and vegetable already. Yeah, so plague veggie lover is net plus 5 food. So that's probably my get out of jail free card if the worst happens. And do we play boundary stones here? If we play boundary stones, then I'm not getting pottery out. Probably not getting pottery anyways, so I think this is fine. Get a vegetable. Well, at least I get a good action back. I get animals or I get 6 wood. There are like 4 really excellent actions here, so I'm getting something good back. Yeah, Mercator will take the sheep. He needs food. Even though there's 6 wood available. Actually, maybe he'll take the wood. I guess that's possible. Before I take a sow action. So I assume I have to legally be able to sow. Like I would not be able to play just to bake. What do the comments say? Mercator, start player, straw thatched hut. That is a play. Let's see what people say here. So the thing is, I can take the space. I can take the sow bake space because I'm allowed to bake, right, Lumen? The question is, do I have to legally be able to sow? Because they're linked together. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so the only way that I can feed here now is to play veggie lover and eat a pair of grain and a pair of vegetables. That's the situation I'm in. Unless I take... I guess I can take grain and then go on sow bake. Yeah. Or I guess there's a chance that Polka Dot upgrades her cooking hearth. Upgrades to a cooking hearth, and I could take sheep and then build fireplace and then eat a bunch of sheep. Yeah, either way, I think I'm starving here, which really sucks. Yeah, and I can't use my manure shoveler. Yeah, this is just, everything's coming out too late, unfortunately. This is a bad spot to be in. So we're gonna veggie lover. So if we're gonna veggie lover, then we need animals to recover the crops that we are going to lose. Yeah, so now when I sow with my manure shoveler, I get a vegetable. Yeah, because my sheep will breed, so that's nice. So I'll get a vegetable, and then if I get on family growth without room, that triggers my gardener's wife again. Oh, and then Mercator's playing an occupation. I've just got totally destroyed by everything he's done this game, which is unfortunate. Oh man, and then he gets to harvest all his stuff. Everyone gets to except for me. Okay, so I cannot legally play Veggie Lover. I would have to eat something raw, which means I can no longer convert. So I'm starving. So since I'm starving, how do I get a bake action? I guess what I do is I eat a raw vegetable and still convert. Alright, I guess we still do this. So eat a food and a raw vegetable, get a grain, and then GV to 6, beg 2, or beg 1. Well, this is a game. This is a game. Field Doctor could have, yeah, Field Doctor could have been really good, yeah. But the thing is, if I had gone for Field Doctor, I wouldn't be getting, what's going on here? Oh, there's an X button over there. Yeah, I could have just gone for Field Doctor instead of going for Grotto. Thing is, if I go for Grotto, then if I don't go for Grotto, then how do I play? If I don't go for Grotto, then how do I play my 2 ovens? And if I don't play my 2 ovens, how do I play Elder's Daughter? And if I don't play Elder's Daughter, I don't think I can win without hitting the Elder's Daughter points in this game. I think I would have just had too many dead cards. So Mercator's looking better having built those rooms, but he's still going to have no fencing. Now he does have room to hold animals with his stables, and certainly he covered up spaces better with his straw thatched roof. But yeah, I did not see straw thatched hut, so that means he must have taken it relatively early. It's pretty hilarious that it didn't end up in the hands of Ikari with the permaculturist. Yeah, the other thing is there were a couple things that didn't go our way. Like for example, we would have liked cheap occupation and like I had to use an action to play baking tray and clay oven, right? So I would have preferred cheap occupation, save myself a couple food. Then I have some more actions to do like plowing, that kind of thing. Um, well, I guess we're doing plow sow here since we get a vegetable. Lumen says YouTube title, not nice game. Good suggestion. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes I'm not sure. Like, yeah, like that last game. Like I was just like, this is so. Like, I'm pretty sure I won it in round 4 when I made Lumen starve. So it was like, okay, should my title be "Make Lumen starve, win the game"? Like that seems kind of mean. Didn't I eat raw V? Yes, but manure shoveler just gave me a V since I have 4H. He's wondering how I could have those resources. So the reed is useless unless I do other stuff with it. I could take wood. I could take reedstone food. Honestly, this is all just really bad. I'm losing very badly. Reedstone food lets me Reno, but I would rather, honestly, I'd rather cooking hearth than Reno, probably. I need ways of eating those, I need ways of eating those sheep that I have on my farm. I could start player, maybe, to get family growth, but then I have to feed 10 next round, and I'm not ready to feed 10. Not even close. Yeah, Mercator's first 2 picks must have been like Straw Thatched Hut Harvest Feast, which is pretty hilarious. And he also took Cheapskate really early. I wish he had just taken all the cards instead of passing them to me. Oh man, Milking Stool. Yeah, we're in last, and it's so sad. I guess we've been in last for a while. It's just the way the game's gone. That's fine. It happens. Like, what do I do here? Take 1 cattle? Take 4 food? Sure, cooking hearth. Yeah, I think this game probably there was a very tightrope that I had to walk, and I didn't walk it in stage one, and then because of that, I didn't have enough actions. So then I didn't get to grow quickly enough, didn't get enough plow actions early. Devastating. Um. Oh, he gets to stay on family growth. Gross. Gross. One wood into, so he gets two sheep. Um. Pottery's gone. I need food. Grain is food. Grain is more food than four food. Yeah, there goes Elder's Daughter too. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Certainly, Guildhall was an amazing open for Ikari. Made his game work really nicely. Yeah, I'm a little surprised that I wonder what Polka Dot took instead of Permaculturist. Because Permaculturist passed all the way around, didn't it? I think we were a little unlucky that there were so many ways of getting crops. Like, it was ridiculous. It was grain speculator, manure shoveler, school lunch lady, apple picker, grain lover, silo builder. There were so many ways of getting grain in this, which meant that I really needed, like, which meant that I had to do the baking. I feel like I really had to do the baking tray bargain hunter play to get the two ovens, which I really wanted both ovens with Elder's Daughter. Yeah. Mercator plays Green Pepper Patch. That card almost came all the way around. Like that. Imagine if I had been able to plow with one food, plow for one food, basically, to get like a sow action way earlier. G6 games do just add a lot of crops and resources. Yeah, yeah. G6 is not my favorite. I do still prefer to play G4-5. Partly because it follows the U deck structure. Yeah, and then I mean Draft 9 makes a difference too, for sure. Which, I mean, we've been playing a lot of Draft 9, so. Cool. I hope to look forward to seeing it, Lumen. Laughter House. When's the last time you saw Laughter House played? It's been a while. I'm not even getting on my second field. Oh, how bad is this? This is so bad. Oh man. Uh, I want to keep six animals. So we'll eat. I guess we'll eat a boar. Sure. I should announce that for the slaughterhouse. Is this a sub 30.5? Yeah, oh, definitely. Well, I don't know. Getting below 30 is like actually pretty difficult to do. But it might be. The begging card might put us over the top. And the 0 point boundary stone. Yeah, this is definitely below 30 right now. If I get the second field, the second field's like a 4 point farm. Whoops. I didn't know I could get all that information if I click on you guys in chat. What's the opposite of a stomp? Well, I mean, I got stomped here. I'm getting stomped. Why is Ikari buying the stone? He's gonna build another stone room. Or does he have a stone miner that I haven't seen yet? What are we doing here? If we take clay, we're still not able to reno. We would need a read action as well. Yeah. Maybe just take vegetable. Sure, we'll take a vegetable. Then harvest, we feed 8 food and a sheep. Oh, I only need to feed 8. So feed 6 and a sheep. Hickory plows. Oh man. Oh man. This is so bad. This is gonna be easily one of the worst games I've played in a long time. One of my worst scoring farms in a long time. Family growth, get a vegetable. Maybe I should have sow baked, but I can't legally sow, so yeah, there's no point. Yeah, I think the problem was not just that there were so many crop cards, that they were all good crop cards, so it was like reasonable for people to build their games around them, and then that sort of, I think it kind of warped the game, made it very difficult. And Mercator's going to end up fencing 13 or more, which I was criticizing, saying he was going to lose because he doesn't have enough, wasn't going to have enough wood. I mean, he's still going to be missing 2 animal types, and he's not winning any of the global bonuses. He didn't hit Elder's Daughter. He didn't go after Elder's Daughter. He didn't go after Grain Lover. Like, yeah. Take 3 wood, and I could play Rum Distillery. Nah, Rum Distillery is not really worth anything. I just need food, don't I? And I can't get food without baking. Man, this is a game. I guess I could go for the Elder's Daughter points. 3 wood, 3 stone. And worst case scenario, the wood is another fence. So, yeah, I could do it that way. So what? I'm gonna eat 3 sheep. 3 sheep and a vegetable. I do have a hearth. Flat hill for polka dot, nice. Did that right after polka dot, after Ickery was like, wow, you guys are staying in wood? I mean, I have to take read. It's too many actions. It's not worth it for me to reno. Yeah, joinery is worth some points, so if we get the joinery with our last action, that'll be something. So actually, it's like really difficult for boundary stones for you to have only like no points for boundary stones. Because 2 fields. 2 fields is a point from boundary stones. Oh, man. Sad game. Not nice game. No, I'm not calling this not nice game. I'm calling this sad game. No, actually, I'll probably call this like the worst game I've played in a while. Or worst scoring farm. The thing is, I think there's like a line to a really great game here, but obviously I did not find it. Two food, wood, 3H. Alright, so I hit the Elder's Daughter bonus. And other than that, I have 2 points from my Child's Toy. Field Doctor plus from Distillery. 26. Oh, no, wait, sorry. I have to count the Elder's Daughter bonus because of the beggar. So I hit 29. Yeah, Polka Dot's got 46. Ickery's at 54. Mercator 43. Yep. Always fun to bait people. All right. Take a quick look at my draft. Anytime I do that badly, 336 938. Always worth to look at the draft. So Field Doctor is the best card by power here. School Lunch Lady is actually a little worse in terms of power than Grain Speculator, but School Lunch Lady is drafted way earlier, so they're probably a better card still. Veggie Vendor is pretty high up. Yeah, I'm surprised Veggie Vendor. So yeah, I did get Bargain Hunter back. Veggie Lover. Yeah. Elder's Daughter. Sure. Manure Shoveler is good. Manure Shoveler is really good. Yeah, I obviously didn't make it work this game, but Bargain Hunter over Apple Picker. Yeah, I'm not taking Apple Picker with School Lunch Lady in hand. So it was maybe too bad that that's the card that came back. Like, what if I had gotten Veggie Vendor? Then this game probably looks pretty different. Yeah, if I get Veggie Vendor instead of Bargain Hunter, then I can build majors that way, and I'm getting food while I do it. But it would have cost action, so I don't know. It took Gardner's Bothy, power 4.6. Wow, that's really high. I guess it lets you go off of plow. It gives you like something very similar to Field Watchman, where you can plow and then get a grain at the same time with one action. So yeah, so maybe I should just take Forest Pasture. Forest Pasture would let me hold Boar, which would let me get my Manure Shoveler off faster, and then just focus on my Field Doctor grow. Yeah, this pack was pretty weak. This pack was good. Yeah, nobody wanted Gardner's Bothy, eh? There are too many ways of getting grain, really. Way too many ways of getting grain in this one. I want to see what Mercator picked. Okay, so he took Silo Builder ahead of School Lunch Lady. I probably would not do that personally, but looks like they're very comparable. And Backpacker here. This pack was pretty weak. I don't know though, with Veggie Lover, like with Silo Builder I probably would have taken Veggie Lover. He took Cheapskate. People like this card. I guess its power is good, but I don't know. I feel like it doesn't do enough. It's pretty expensive. Yeah. Blurry Man, sure. Animal Tamer's Apprentice. I like Animal Tamer's Apprentice. I think it's a good card. Oh, this pile was really weak. That's why I first picked Straw Thatch Hut, second pick Baking Tray. Yeah. Harvest Feast. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, obviously my game didn't go the way I hoped it would. I think I probably need a couple more food and maybe a better wood action in stage 1. So like I need maybe 3 wood instead of 2 wood, for example. I probably need Cheap Occupation a couple more times, like twice more. If I hit Cheap Occupation twice more, then I can afford to Grotto buy in round 4, and that might have changed quite a bit. Or in round 3, because I don't think I didn't buy for my Grotto in round 3, did I? I could have bought for Grotto in round 3, and then I could have maybe played the grain to 3 food and a point card. And then I don't need Stone Oven so early, maybe. Yeah. Anyways, that's going to be all for me. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed this little video. I don't really want to play with Pain. Not in the mood to play G7 game. Yeah. Yeah, I think I might stream again later, but I'm gonna have to think about it. I'm going to need to take a bit of a break. There's nobody on here anyways, so gonna have to wait either way. So this will be it for now. I might stream again in like an hour or two, but I'm gonna go do some other stuff for a bit. All right, see you guys.